I think in the new era of conservation farming, mice are going to be becoming an ongoing issue to us. For the last 10 years we've basically practiced no-till farming. We've incorporated all our stubbles and residues, which I believe is sustainable and it's where we've got to be. Unfortunately this year, just due to huge mice numbers, we actually burnt a couple of paddocks, which is certainly something we'd sooner not be doing. Stock running through paddocks in the summer do pick up grain and reduce that food source. Our summer weed control program has been huge, particularly in the last couple of years with wet summers. We're obviously aiming to control the summer weeds, not only to maximise our soil moisture, but also the mice feed on the melons and a lot of the cereal, so it's also taking the food source away for the mice.
We like growing canola, but like a lot of growers on the Yorke Peninsula, they've tried and have to give up because of the conical snails, an issue, and particularly not so much growing and stuff, we can grow it, but delivering it at harvest time is a real issue, because you only allow one snail in half a litre, and I know we've had from experience, we've had up to 80 snails in half a litre after being through a cleaner. There's still 80 conical snails in it. But generally, like just once with the rollers, it's not that successful because of the fragile soil and the hard shells we have here. Because of the high calcium levels in the soil, the snail shells are so hard that a lot of the effective rolling or rubber tide rollers or steel rollers, it just pushes them into the soil without crushing them.
This is a good example of the double cut system at harvest, in that there's quite a bit of straw cover there, and you'd say 100%. A lot of that is actually chaff fraction, and it's broken down quite well compared to, I guess, a situation where you might have slashed that stubble as a second pass to deal with the problem, and you'll end up with stubble laying over like that after it's been slashed, which takes a lot longer to break down and makes it more difficult for those herbicides to wash off and into the soil to activate against the weeds in the seed bank.
I believe that the best time to bait is the day or the night following the seeding operation. The reason for that is because all the food sources have been covered up, usually, particularly if you're using a tine machine. Food sources are covered up. The mice come out that night looking for something to eat, and if you've got the bait there ready for them to eat, well that's the best way to go. They haven't yet discovered the seed that you've put in the ground, and every night that you delay that, they very quickly learn where the ground is, and even if you bait 4 or 5 days after you've sown, the mice tend not to take the bait quite so well. And also, obviously, they've damaged your crop in the meantime.
In-cell grazing, the first thing everyone says is it takes you a lot of time to move the sheep, but I worked out that it's actually saving me about 14 days per year water runs during the summer, twice a week for half a day. Now you really basically got to check one tank. We've got a pretty extensive tank system, so we've got plenty of stored water. And the other big thing is mustering time for shearing, crutching, lamb mucking. We always make sure that they're only one paddock from the yards at any of those times, and yeah, they're all in the yard within half an hour, where it used to take probably 3-4 days. Definitely here to stay. I don't have any regrets about doing it. It's the ground's healthier, the feed cover's definitely thicker, the sheep are still as good a condition, lambing percent, the wool cut is the same or probably slightly more, so yeah, it's definitely here to stay.